Hello. For those wondering about the title, I did a stream yesterday or the day before yesterday, and it didn't go well, at least in my opinion. So I wanted to do a redo because everything went wrong. The game wasn't loading up. I had to pivot so hard, and I just was not going well. So, to make it up, I'm doing this one, and I'm going to be playing Lovewood. Hold on. Here we go. Okay. This is Lovewood. It is a cute visual novel game, and it says you are the new healer in the fairy town of Lippywald, ready to seek adventure, friendships, and maybe even love. Healing physical injuries is like a second nature to you, but can you balm your neighbors' hearts as well? Oh, hold on. It all depends on the choices you make on your way. And it is very, very cute. Very adorable. We have our characters: Nord, a chippy, excitable messenger of the royal court; Atlas, a heavyweight himbo with a big heart to match; Blossom, a strong farm lady with a surprisingly soft side; Moth, a fabulous tailor who is a bit too comfortable behind his high society mask; Elif, but I'm going to call them Al, a quiet traveling merchant who is very attached to the chalkboard; Kayleen, a cheerful alchemist who wants to share her thoughts with you. All of them. And it's very wonderful. I like it very much. So that's what we're gonna be playing. I really hope this goes a lot better. Especially because I haven't been able to test some of the features. For example, I have a chat box right above me, and it's supposed to be connected to chat and be able to see chat, but I have no idea if it actually works. And every time I tested it, it seemed to work, but there is no guarantee that it's actually going to work. What happened with the first one, I was out of my depth. I apparently had not play tested enough. And there's no VOD. Because I didn't turn on save VODs because I didn't know it was a toggle. Which isn't Twitch's fault. I'm just a dumbass. So, this one will have a VOD, hopefully. And I don't know if I'm going to post it to my YouTube channel for, my daytime viewers, or just trying to think of the word. Just leave it on Twitch VODs. I don't know. But for now, let's get into it. Doop-a-doop. There we go. Looks like, is it gonna work? It's gonna work. We're completely starting over because, well, I was panicking so much during the first one. I also have Twitch up. I don't know if it can see that, or if it was just my computer glitching. But it's up because trying to make sure I can see chat, trying to double check it's going through right, all of that. Needless to say, let's just get into the game. I hit the wrong button. Here we go. Pretty music. I very much like the pretty music. So, when we are thinking of adventures and fairy tales, we may think of a brave prince slaying a dragon, or princess escaping her tower. The story that we are about to tell doesn't feature dragons, but it does feature a literal fairy. A healer who will find their footing in a new home, possibly even tackle the greatest adventure of all, finding love. What will our protagonist's pronouns be? This will not affect the decisions that fate presents you. I love games that are just like, yeah, you can be whatever gender you want. Why would we gatekeep that? Okay, so here's the thing. I have played this game several times before, but I haven't played it recently. Mr. CEO, I have a question. Are you Felflame? Because if you are, it'd be very funny. And also, apparently, the color of chat is just too light because I cannot see it at all. I had a feeling. Hi, Flame. Everything's okay right now. A lot better than it was yesterday. A lot better. I'm just gonna play a game. And hopefully be entertaining. Forgot what I was saying before. Anyway, we're picking he, him. And of course he will need a name as well. What will his name be? I know his name. His name will be Flame. That is his name. Before our hero Flame dives into his adventure, he is facing the struggle of facing a formally appropriate letter. Okay, let's see here. My Reverend Lord. Ugh, no, he's gonna think I'm some kind of bootlicker. Probably wouldn't like that. O'Brien, yo O'Brien, old house. Do not talk to your boss this way. No. Dear Lord O'Brien, it should only take 2 more days of travel for me to arrive in your town of Flame, how do you say this word? Because I don't know how to say it. I've just been like, Lebeedwald. Why is this a complicated word? I have to wait for chat delay. It's probably longer given my computer's. Lebeedwald. That makes sense. Lebeedwald. Lebeedwald? Whatever. Thank you again for your invitation. I'm looking forward to talking over the details in person. Sincerely, Flame. Before I can doubt my own writing choices even more, I drop the message into a telegram device and it's automatically transferred to the fairy settlement. Modern technology sure is amazing. I love this. I love how it's like, we had to make it a fantasy setting, but with modern stuff. We can't have phones, but we will have teleporters. That's awesome. I love that. A few minutes later, I receive a reply from Lord Uberon. It's just a piece of paper with a thumbs up doodled on it. I guess that means everything is ready for my arrival. On the next day, our travel group passes by the occasional group of humans, but as so long as we cover our ears with our hoods, they think we are just a bunch of nervous little people. Nervous little nervous people. Why do I play visual novels? I guess there's a difference between playing them and reading them in my head and then reading them out loud. Finally, around early noon, the village comes into sight and I head straight for Lord's residence. Alright, this must be the place. Oh, it's so pretty. Look at the flowers. The crests. I'm just gonna be admiring the artwork, honestly. I paused for a moment to gather my thoughts and calm down my nerves. My decision to move to the northern fairy settlement wasn't an easy one, but I think it's about time I built a life of my own, away from the restrictions of my past. What do we do in the past? The new freedom is exciting. I was never truly independent while living under my parents' thumb. Flame says, as the person playing Flame still lives under their parents' thumb. We did crime! I accept that answer. We did crime. Yep. Was it arson or... Because arson sounds pretty plausible. Given our name. I love how there's just gonna be little pauses because I'm waiting for Flame to answer. Tax returns and insurance fraud. I accept that as well. That's the crimes we did, that's our past. Tax returns and insurance fraud. I can't wait to seek out adventure and new friendships. But before I can get a hold of myself, I should try and make a good first impression in what will be my new home. Oh, that door slam was loud. What is this? What is going on in this castle? Welcome, young one. I trust your journey was safe and uneventful. For the most part, yes. I encountered humans at one point, but I don't think they suspected anything. My disguise held up. Excellent! It soothes my mind to know that we now have a competent healer among us. I said the word right. Some of my servants have already brought your luggage to the house that you will inhabit. I'll have one of them escort you there. Make yourself at home. Acquaint yourself with the locals. Yes, I'll do my best. Thank you, Lord Oberon. We are totally not going to steal their insurance. Not at all. Why would we ever do such a thing? I probably shouldn't tell him that I'm bad at approaching strangers. He'd just like us for real. Oh. I'm certain that your magic will be a great service to our community. Well, I hope so. If it's not, are you just gonna kick us out? Real. For real. Oh, Lord Oberon! Oh, is this a wife? Oh, that does not look like a wife, but I accept if he is. A fairy with a messenger bag rushes into the throne room. Everyone looks short next to Lord Oberon, but even by normal fairy standards, this fella is small and agile type. Is he me? I'm not the agile type, though. I'm just short. Got a letter from Lycomorph settlement? I don't think I'm gonna be able to say that word the entire time. I'm just gonna call them werewolves. My lord. Ahem, thank you. Though I was just in the process of giving directions to our newly arrived healer, Flame. Oh, you're the new kid. Glad to meet you, I'm Nord. Hi, nice to meet you too. Don't ask about our past, it's nothing you need to know. Nord, since you're here, could you show Flame the way to his cottage? Oberon hands me a small key. Right, sure. I'm on a tight schedule, though. Gotta get to Atlas and deliver the meals for today. You need to what? Atlas is our local cook. We got a service in which he makes lunch packs every day and I deliver them to the villagers. I want this. I can't cook. Please. Eating packaged food can't be good for me. Yeah, cottage home. That too. Cottage home is really good too. This is the life I want. Can I have this life? Yes. Cottages. Now I'm just thinking I have to like pretty cottage decor. I wonder how our cottage is gonna look. I really hope it looks very, very pretty. For Flame's sake. Wish my life was like this. Same. Nifty. Not nifty, it's awesome. Say, Nord, why don't you take Flame with you? Surely he'll be glad to help you. Wait. Do you mean we have to meet people? Hey, yeah, having an extra pair of hands won't hurt, and you'd get to meet a bunch. No, I don't want to meet people. I was fine with the cottage home and the free lunch, but I'm not fine with greeting people. Can't I be a simple witch off in the woods alone? Not a bad idea. Having an official reason to talk to people would spare me from one of the mortifying awkwardness of starting conversation. It wouldn't save me. I'd just be standing there like, cottage, but you were alone. But cat, I agree. Cat is needed. Just a cat, or do we get other animals? I love how there's a game, but me and Flame are just crafting a whole side universe over here. And obviously we should be alone because, you know, the tax fraud. Or tax returns and insurance fraud. Personal preference. I like cat. I like cat the most. My mom doesn't like cats. So we have a dog. And I love my dog, but like cat more. Not a bad idea. Oh, right. I already read this. Sure, I'm in. Awesome. When we're done with that, I'll show you your house. Let's go. What is with the loud door slams? Forest. Nature. I haven't seen it in years. That is a joke. I go outside. I swear. Atlas lives a little way off from the main village, so we'll have to walk a bit. Oh! Atlas is living our dream! Shouldn't take too long, though. For the record, I'm only doing this once. It's a bit mean. Thanks for letting me tag along. Let's not keep him waiting. We try to romance these people. We can't just be going in guns blazing. Honestly, if this was actually me, I'd just stay silent. Be like, my childhood consisted of the woods. Lucky I did not get the woods. I had concrete everywhere and wood chips. It was not good. Honestly, we should have had woods. I wouldn't be sure how to spend my first day here, so thanks for this. Aw, don't mention it. I know being the newbie isn't easy. If you don't mind me asking, what exactly is your job? You act like a messenger, but you also do this. Well, I'm more of a general ligman. That means I deliver letters and packages, yes, and I help out all kinds of things. Anything that requires speed, really. My dash lends itself well to that kind of work. Your dash? It buries for like a wild spin. Sounds about right. I don't remember where we were, but I do remember me and my brothers found a big stick and we tried to build a tent out of sticks. Just sticks. It didn't go well. It was falling down a lot. But we were truly trying to just survive in the wild. Our parents were right there too. Even better, I remember my baba went over, picked up a large stick, and he was like, I am now Gandalf. It was a lot of fun. It's the type of magic I'm best at. Nord jumps onto a branch to demonstrate. It's as if a small gust of wind is pushing him forward. Despite the force behind his dash, his movements are controlled and light-footed. Pretty cool, huh? Yeah, it looks really useful. Are there any other areas of magic you specialized in? You're specialized in. I also got my ability to detect life. Lets me read the auras of every living thing in the area. Yours is really bright and like a goldenish tone. Wow, cool! Wait, that's kind of perfect. Wait, the aura of every living thing? Does that mean you see the auras of the plants too? Yep, plants, fungi, animals. I wish you could see it. It's like an expressionist painting when I use it here in the forest. Can't keep it up for too long or I get a headache. This is like me with like, when I'm designing things, I'll use a bunch of colors to try and figure out what works the best, and I tend to go for more darker colors because after a while the colors just hurt my eyes. I say with the dark red hair. I'm weird, man. It's 4 in the morning right now. It's 12 a.m. where I am. We recording late. Mostly because my family is awake during the day. And even if I asked my mom, hey, can you not come into the living room because I don't have a desk so I could record, she doesn't really listen that often. Because I've asked her before when I'm doing like projects and stuff to not come in here, or if I'm going to record a short thing. It has not gone well. So I gotta record late. Maybe when I get a desk that will change. I can't keep it up longer, I'll get a headache. That makes sense. Do you know of any particular magic other than healing, of course? I feel like all moms just tend to not listen. But it's out of love. Because a lot of times if she's coming to interrupt me, it's like, Sky, did you do homework? Sky, did you eat today? So I can create light. It's pretty basic, but it comes in handy. Well, she also bugs me for chores, so I just remembered that. I was like, let me praise her, and then remembers, oh yeah, chores. I can create light. It's pretty basic, but it comes in handy, and I can practically do it in my sleep. Ooh, pretty. Here we are. Didn't do any homework for 4 years. I went through a period of my life where I just stopped doing homework. For reasons. But also I was just being a rebellious kid. And nobody noticed. I think I had built too much of a good repertoire with the teachers that I was the good kid and wouldn't possibly do any wrong. That they were like, he did it. He just lost it. It was like, I am intentionally trying to fail, and I have failed at that. Well, here we are. Hey, grasshopper. Atlas! I love this, though. Little cottage out in the woods. Got a nice view. Beautiful flowers. The two greet each other with briskly. Sold my education for training. Training of what? Genuinely asking because I have no idea. I brought along Flame. Hey. New flesh for the meat grinder. I feel like that's the worst way to go. Was a fighter. Oh, that's interesting. That's pretty cool. I sold my education for panic attacks. I did go. Oh. Do you mind telling what happened? You don't have to, though. I think it's still pretty cool that you fought. Was it something you were passionate about? Can't train because I need to move away. Oh, moving away sucks. I mean, in some cases it's good, but in a lot of cases it just kind of sucks. Because you're leaving everything you had behind. Like, in my case, I didn't really have friends, but it was still sucky I was moving away because, like, the two I did have, I could no longer see again. And then when I moved again, I had a more bigger group of fake friends, but I still miss them. Because even if they didn't know I was faking my personality, you know, they were still people I counted as friends. Moving away just tends to be not a fun time. Don't feel like going to the gym. They are my brothers, like family. That makes sense. That makes sense. I've never had a personal attachment to gyms specifically, but I've had personal attachments to certain places that I refuse to go to with other people. One of them being a specific museum that I used to go to with my brothers, and we'd have a blast in them. And without my brothers, I don't go to the museum anymore, because they're missing. Imagine being human. Sorry, it just felt like I was getting on a more sentimental note. I had to break it somehow. Especially since this is just on screen. Oh my gosh, don't scare him. Trying to say like a teenage girl, that's fine. Would it kill you not to mess with the new arrivals for once? You mess with them too. Yeah, but usually I wait a day or two. I wait until day 2. Alright. He is the new villager healer, and also helping me out with the delivery today. Nice to have you on board, Flame. Azaz gives a firm handshake. Even through my glove, I could feel that the skin on his hand is rough. I hope you're ready to carry a few jars of food. Sure, I think I can handle that. How are we going to split it? I'll probably be the fastest, so I'll be taking the warm meals. Blech. Oh. That way I can dash ahead and get them delivered before they're cold. Alice gets a few jars with what looks like thick stew and rubs his hand across before putting them in Nord's messenger bag. Let him cook. There you go. I hope it's good. The food. Why did I do this? I meant the food. But that really did not come across like that. It's fine. I swear I'm aromantic. Stew sounds really good right now, though. I have soup. I'll make it after the stream. If I'm still awake, that is. Combining that with the fact that his palms are so rough, I think I understand what's up. Do you have heat magic? I do. I'm the best at heating up my palms. Fair enough. How warm can you get what kind of question is this? Our character is very brave. Well, barely enough to able to light a fire, but I guess if I tried really hard, I could genuinely hurt someone with the heat. What kind of answer is this? Hey, so hey, so I see that knife you have. It's what do you use it for? Well, if I hold it up like this, it shines in the light. But if I do it in a stabbing motion, it could kill someone. Really? Wow. Knife was the best I got, man. I suck at analogies. I initially specialized in it as a kid because I thought it'd be cool to use firemancy tricks. Although that would be awesome to have fire powers. It's as if heat can burn you, right? Crazy. What an insane concept. But as a fire, it'd be so cool. As long as you're heat resistant to it. Because I'd hate to burn my skin and become like My Hero Academia burnt chicken nugget guy. Dobby. Become like that. Can you tell I don't watch My Hero Academia? I just know the name. But fire would be so cool. I like fire, it's pretty. I don't know. trying to think of how to explain this. Because I'm assuming you're saying ha to who Dabi is. My Hero Academia is an anime. And from what I've gathered, it's about people who become superheroes. I guess they just call them heroes, because everyone's got powers. And there's this one villain character, and his quirk is fire. Yeah, kind of like Batman, but like more Superman than Batman, because they have powers, and Batman doesn't have powers. He's awesome. He's also rich. And the villain, though, his quirk is fire and it burns him. And so he looks, yeah, like X-Men. So he looks very much like a burnt chicken nugget. I wonder if I should pull up a picture, but I had so much trouble just pulling up the first browser extension. I don't think I'm gonna do that. But who knows, maybe next stream. First thing I do. So this is dumb. I think the like official like reason why his quirk burns him is because his mom has an ice quirk, so it cancels out, like he has weak skin to fire. I don't know. I found it stupid. I found My Hero Academia stupid. That's mean. I only watched one episode of it because I could not get into it whatsoever. I prefer Batman and the X-Men. They're better. That feels mean. Oh, I rule the day. Someone on Twitter is gonna be like, oh my god, the small streamer, how could they? But as it turns out, shooting fireballs from your hand isn't as easy as people make it look. I want to assume it'd be easy. I feel like it takes like a long time to learn how to do that. Like firebending. Still, pretty cool power. Alright, nice and secure. Ready to go, Grasshopper? Endure horror films. Disturbing kind. I do. I also enjoy horror films. I kind of want to do like reaction content, but I want to do reaction content of horror movies because I think that'd be really fun to do. But I'm also don't know what limits reaction content can do. Because I know there's like fair use and all that. Like creep, slow, torture, puke chamber. I'm trying to think if I've seen any like... I don't think I've personally watched any really like down that rabbit hole, but I've watched summaries of ones like that. The reason I haven't watched them myself is because I don't want to infect my computer with a virus, and my TV has, not a lot of apps on it. Copyright issues, yeah. That type of thing. I'm trying to remember, because I watched a review on one really recently, and I was like, oh, what? Alright then. I don't remember, but I know I watched, Mr. Gigi was the person I was watching. Can I do react content of his channel? Do you think he'd allow me to do that? I don't think he would. But it'd be funny. It's like if I can't watch them, then... second best option. Watch someone else. I mean, I kind of want to do that with horror games, too. Oh, I wish I'd go back to the old days of YouTube. Because, like, the older YouTube horror games that were not afraid to show gore, those were cool. Like, first one that comes to mind is Deathmark. And, like, the very grotesque body horror Deathmark had. Ready to go, grasshopper. Just a moment. Flame, you remember the way back to the village, right? Yeah, pretty sure I do. Okay, then I'll rush ahead and I'll meet you there when we're both done with our delivered goods. Sound good? Yep, I'll see you then. Nord tightly grabs his bag and proceeds to hop onto Atlas's hand, who launches him forward in a throwing motion. Me and who? That is a joke. That is... I don't know. It depends. If someone is... I mean, I'm lightweight. Tree. I would love to be just launched. I would probably get hurt. Even if it was like in a completely safe environment, I'd still manage to hurt myself with it. But it'd be so fun. Soaring through the air. Plus, whoever throws me has a great time. I piss people off a lot. Maybe this is Atlas's secondary magic. He's great at throwing things. He can throw me. That sounds wrong out of context. Either that or he's played a lot of baseball. Yeah, pitchers. I know sports. Judging by how effortless it looks to both of them, they practice this combo a lot. Remember getting hit by a Highland cow? I was sent flying. Rammed me. Cows are vicious. I think bulls and cows, like, are just the most thought-empty creatures. But then just every once in a while, they'll just be like, yeah, today I'm gonna cause some chaos. Goats are just always chaotic. Got too close to her cat. That makes sense. That makes sense. They may be thought empty, but yeah. Maybe thought empty, but they are gonna protect their young. A lot of animals are like that. I think the most, like, impressive to me was, mama bears. Because they won't let anyone near their cubs. You're the father of the babies? Nah, you don't get close. Which, to be fair, there's a good reason for it. But still interesting. I mean, I think I'd be that with my kids. Well, it depends. If my kid deserved... was, like, saying some crap and was just not being good, I think I'd be like, and what did we learn? But if it was just someone trying to pick on them, nah, I'd be protective too. Now as for you, you're not gonna yeet me through the forest too, right? Please yeet me through the forest. No. Oh, but I want it! I got 3 jars of cold lunch. One is for Blossom. You can barely miss her place when you enter the village. I'm a troubled person, so I don't want a child. Same. I don't want biological child. For several reasons. And one of those is like, I have ADHD and autism. I'm not gonna pass that on to my kid. I deal with it enough. Which actually, a funny thing about that, I got my ADHD diagnosis and my autism diagnosis, and very recently, my dad was like, yeah, I'm very out of focus, and I'm dealing with a lot, and they think it's this. And I was like, you know, I read a thing of how a lot of people with ADHD, undiagnosed ADHD, tend to be diagnosed with that. So my suggestion, because I have ADHD, is you go get tested for it. And like very recently he was like, yeah, so I got the diagnosis. I have ADHD. And I'm like, oh really, Mr. Collected Pez container things of like the entire Phineas and Ferb cast. I never could have guessed. I saw it. Put all my autism points into social problems. Truth. I love it because it's like a constant battle with me of like, my autism's like, oh, people? No, 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 we can't do people. We can't do people at all. But my ADHD is like, but I want a people. Now I make bad jokes. Become a YouTuber. I'm sorry. Oh, I just remember that's something one of my friends said to me when I was talking about how, like, I can just not talk to people. Her response was, well, maybe you should become a YouTuber. Here I am. There you go. Became a fighter because I don't need to know the guy. That makes sense. That makes sense. What's the thing I did? Yeah. The eyes. Yeah. I think that's kind of what... Yep. I understand, because the, how I'm doing videos. Like, when I make a video, and I post it, I know there's going to... I see the views. I see the view numbers. And it's... in my brain, I'm like, oh, those are people. But when it's, like, the videos, it doesn't matter. But when I was doing the stream yesterday, I panicked so hard because even though there was no viewers, the moment I hit live, it felt like dozens of eyes were on me, and it just was like, oh. So I'm very grateful you're here, because you have calmed me down so much. I was worried I was just gonna not be able to do this, because streaming seems fun. Yeah. I don't know how to explain it. It's like streaming is fun, but it's also more like I want to be able to interact with you guys within a timely manner. Not 3 hours later because YouTube didn't bother to let me know I had to reply on something. Plus it's nice for community reasons. I mean, they're not here right now, but Nappa's a mod. I didn't know your username, but I will make you a mod after this. Because I don't know how to do it during it. I worried if I touch anything from the very careful setup I have, it will break. The second one is for Moth. He's only our dressmaker, so you'll easily recognize the tailor shop by its sign. Okay, and the third one? I'd ask that you give that one to Nord when you meet him again. That I can do. I take the jars from Atlas. Maybe I should use this chance to chat some more before I leave. Nappa's a man? I don't know what gender Nappa is. That's why I'm calling them they. I haven't asked. I said mod. Did it come out as M-O-D? Like person who can ban people, restrict messages. I'm sorry. Is my speaking not working today? Truly, it makes sense if it's not. I felt this earlier. What was I saying? I don't remember. But it was a certain word, and it didn't, my mom had to repeat it so many times for me to finally understand what she was talking about. This is between us. Yep. I will not say a word. Nappa won't know anything. I'll refresh the chat when the stream is done. They won't know anything. I'll take jars. I love how this is just me and Flame. Yeah. Me and Flame having conversation and then gameplay in between. I take the jars from Atlas. Wait, take chance. Okay. Did you commit some kind of crime to be exiled out here? Looks like you two got your routines all figured out. We'll gotta get going. Well, we technically committed the crime. I feel like this is the right answer, but I really want to say this one. This feels mean, though. I can't be mean in video games. I can be mean to people. Like, tease people, banter with people. When it comes to video games, it's like, no, that's the character. He's probably a con himself. We'd get along wonderfully. I'm gonna say this. We're gonna find out he committed a crime later. You and Norazune make a great team. How long have you guys been doing this lunch delivery thing? A few years now. We've actually known each other since we were little. At some point, we noticed there were people who didn't like to make lunch every day. Not because they can't cook or anything, but because they're busy with jobs and such. Imagine having a job. That is a joke. Cooking is my favorite thing to do. At least I made lunches just for Nord. At first. How old is the two? I don't know. Yeah, they're lovers. I was trying to be quiet about it because I remembered that the two of them are lovers. But I remember on my first playthrough, it came as an utter shock to me, mostly because I had skipped through this whole beginning part. I was like, oh, my bad. I'd be a bit dumb sometimes. I really don't know how old they are. I'm assuming they're like, this is my go-to when it comes to like visual novel games, is to just give them the age of like 20 or 19. I think because that's closer to me. I'm really trying to think if the creator ever said, I don't know. Assuming they're adults. Letting others sign on for a couple of coins was his idea. Haha. Money. I don't know why I said it like that. I was just like thinking scam artist. Then it became a job I did. Sometimes things fall into places like that. I wish it'd fall in place like that for me. It did not. But it's fine. It's great that you can do something you're passionate about. Alright, thank you, Flame, for freaking... Not the flame in the chat, but the flame in the game. Because, I mean, I'm passionate about this. This is something I really like to do. And it's probably... yeah. It's probably a little dumb to think like that, like outside of the sphere. But, when it comes to... I had no idea how people were going to react to my stuff. I was just posting videos, and then the first person came along. I can't remember their name right now, but then Nappa came, and Mr. CEO came, and there was that other person too, but I don't know if they're around or not. Like, they're technically subscribed to the channel, because I can see who's subscribed. But they haven't commented much outside of that one comment. So, there's that. But yeah, I'm happy to do this. Even if I get busy, I hope I can still keep this up, you know? Yeah, it says if I can spend some joy to the people of the village without needing to actually interact with them. See them all first. I see them all first. Nappa won't beat me. Fair enough, fair enough. It doesn't tell me who views them. It just tells me who subscribed and then who comments. You were the first to, like, comment on the intro video, which I am debating whether I should redo or not, because now I got the microphone and the audio in that is atrocious. I get the first view. No doubt. I feel like you do, because Nappa responds like a few hours later. You have to be on top of it after all. You have to make sure your talent is doing exactly as they're told. Truly, I think that'll be the funniest thing if we get newer people, more people in here, is that I am 100% still gonna call you Mr. CEO. And there are going to be people who are gonna be like, oh, you work with the company? No. You work with like a manager or somebody who manages you? No. Then why do you call him Mr. CEO? Because he's Mr. CEO. It's as simple as that. Pretty amazing if you ask me. Maybe this isn't the last time I'll be helping you guys out, though I think I should get going for now. Alright, I hope we'll be seeing more of each other soon. Stay safe. I speed walk back into the direction of the village. Thank goodness the jars of food in my bag aren't too heavy. This is really more than I had expected for my first day here at the settlement, but I hope I'm doing okay. After all, I'm just making things up as I go. I can't help but repeat Atlas's instructions in my head while I walk. One lunch is for Blossom, another for a person called Moth, and the last one is for Nord. At least the scenery is soothing my anxiety a whole lot. That I agree with. Beautiful nature. I'd seen a bit of the village when I went to Lord Ubran's residence, but I wish I had an emote that's just like question mark, question mark, question mark. Because sometimes I'd be confused. I thought the bandit in the woods could get... Okay, that actually makes a lot of sense. I want someone to do that. You know, if the community gets large enough that we get, like, game developers, like, one of the first things I want to task them with, I'll pay them to, is build a visual novel, but instead of the usual story beats, have just random stuff happen. We're in the middle of the woods, a bandit attacks. I thought this was about finding love. No, the bandit. Who said this was ever about love? You gotta survive, man. That'd be a lot of fun, and I think that'd be a lot of fun to play, too. I mean, a couple of games I'm playing right now is one Fantasy Life, because it's more chill, but, like, I'm playing Fire Emblem. Unfortunately, my computer don't want to work, so I can't live stream it. Seen a bit of the village when I went to Lord Ubran's residence, but this is the first time I'm getting a really good look at it. This little farm is really hard to miss. Should I knock? I get to see the sunrise. Oh, that's really cool. Sunrises are pretty. Especially because they can come in like all types of colors. But primarily like orange. But sometimes they can be more purple. Sunrises are pretty. Oh. Now I'm just envisioning like the sunrise over the sea. Pretty. Sky blends into one color and just comes like a painting in real life. I had a friend, and the only reason this person and I were friends, well, there were several reasons this person and I were friends. But they used to send me photos of clouds. The place I lived in had the most perfect cloud placements that looked like they were straight out of a movie. So they just send me pictures of the sky. It was really nice. We're no longer friends. But it was nice. Then I get missing a place. I mean, I miss my old home. Occasionally. I don't miss certain aspects of it. But I miss some of the people I had met. Some of the things. One of the things I missed, I moved in middle school. Around that time. And my school and where I'd lived before was like open and you could run around and there was recess and everyone ate lunch together. And then I got to the school where I live now, and it was not great. I mean, I was thriving in chaos in my old school. And then I got to this new school, and it was like, chaos, you don't get chaos. Because it was like, they lined up for lunch and walked out, and each of them had their own separate tables for each class. I was like, you don't even get to sit with your friends from other classes? They were like, no. You go on a solid line to get your lunch tray, or you just sit down if you had food. It was a learning curve. So prison. Yeah, that's what I thought too. I was like, yo, what? I got in trouble. I kid you not. Me and my friend he wasn't really my friend. But he was my friend at the time. Or at least I counted him as one. But we were joking around and he said something dumb as like he was teasing. And I was like, haha. And I jokingly threw a pretzel at him. Not even hard. It like literally bounced off of him and it was a freaking pretzel. I got in trouble. I had to sit by the teacher. I was like, what? For throwing a pretzel? They're like, yeah, you could have hurt a student. It was like an inch tall. What? I was so confused. They were very, very strict. This little farm is really hard to miss. Should I knock? No, there appears to be someone chopping wood in the backyard. Oh, pretty. I mostly saw the axe first. Took his eye. Yeah, right? They were acting like I had just killed a man with a pretzel. I was so confused too. Didn't it help that these were the... Oh my god. Hold on. It is loud. Anyway, they were very much acting like I had done the worst thing, and it didn't help that I had spent like several months before this ever took place sitting alone at the tables. And so when I finally had friends I could joke around with, I got in trouble. And it was just like, are you serious? I was so mad. I had another friend. Again, not really a friend, but counted them as a friend before I was like, oh, this is your true nature. I remember because we were talking about this. Thank you. I've been told my voice is soothing, but I'm not sure how trustworthy that is. Comforting. Oh. The reason why I say I'm not sure how trustworthy is because my ex said it, so it was like, how much of that is you just trying to gas me up, and how much of that is truth? But I'm glad. I curious if it's because I used to read my brother's bedtime stories before they went to bed, but I'd have my own little twists in them. So I wonder if I just kind of fall back into that kind of calming place. What was I gonna say? Oh, my other friend. I call everyone my friend, honestly, even if we were just acquaintances. They told me, like, the wildest dreams they had. And, like, a lot of them were just like, what? In one of them, I had, like, serious questions. Because she was telling me at lunch that, oh, be careful who cough. Yeah. I think in my head, or not in my head, but like, because I struggled so much with it, when I think of people who I talk to at least a bit, or over a course of days, I start to count them as a friend, when they're really not. And she really wasn't, but now this kind of proves it, because she was telling me about her dream, and at this time, I had told her I had a partner. And, the dream, she was like, yeah, so it was me, and, this other girl who we hung out with occasionally, and, things happened, and me and Lori is not her name, but I'm gonna call her Lori. Lori started fighting over you. I was like, why? And they're like, because we both wanted you. Why? I don't know how much I'm allowed to say on Twitch, but essentially the dream was she saw what color my undergarments were. I was like, girl, why are you telling me this? Even worse, she wrote down on a piece of paper the dialogue that happened. Relationship goals. I don't know if it was relationship goals for me, since it ended with the two of them being together. They were running away from detention. That was just the matchmaker, apparently. I don't even know, right? Right? I was so confused. Even worse, this was during a time where I was like, yeah, I'm a guy. I use he, him pronouns. This is the name I use. And she kept introducing me with she and by my dead name. And I was like, okay, well, I guess she's just taking a while to get used to it since she did know me differently. But then she, like, I don't know, tried to relate or something, because she was like, yeah, my sister is the same way. Like, she cut off all her hair, and she's saying that she's a guy. So I understand. And I'm like, you're misgendering your brother. And it was after that that I was like, yeah, no, I don't really wanna talk to you. Honestly, I don't really want to talk to you. There were other things too that just like slowly grinded on me. One of those was like, I never let her do it, but she used to ask me a lot if she could copy my homework. And I was like, no. Not being rude or anything, but more of like I either had it done already and turned it in already, or hadn't done it at all. But she kept asking a lot, and I finally asked her, hey, are you, like, why do you keep asking? She's like, well, you're smart. It's like, okay, thank you? What does me being smart have to... Okay. It was strange. You're fine. I'm trying to think because I'm unsure if I want that information, like, to be said because how some people are. Like, not you, obviously. But, like, out loud. So I'm trying to think if there are other ways I can say that. Can I put it in chat and just erase the chat after? Yeah. Most likely. Oh. Maybe. Yeah, because you can't see it on the thing. If you could read the words, that's impressive. Heyo, that'd be me. How can I help you? I'm actually just here to bring you some food. Heck yeah, fuel for the fire. I've been waiting for this. Atlas makes the absolute best lunches. So I've heard. I hand her the jar, and she takes a seat, ready to dig in. Say, have we met before? No, I just arrived today. I'm Flame. Sweet. Feel free to stop by any time for some sugar, some eggs, or goat milk. I can't type a lot because my thing is very laggy. Again, one of those, if I touch anything, it might break. Feel free to stop by for some eggs or goat milk. So, are you the new healer? That's right. Reminds me, why doesn't the town already have one? A healer? We had one. Pretty good guy, actually. What happened to him? Old age happened to him. Guess that's something even magic can't prevent. Fair enough, fair enough. Oh, sadness. It's true that while healing magic is powerful against injuries and inflammation, there's some ailments it can't fix. Can it fix depression? Like, I kind of want to know now, how far can this magic go? What can it heal? What can it not heal? Sorry, I just remembered this meme I saw of, what's it called? Necromancy. And it was like, can you heal my will to live? Necromancer's just like, give me a moment. It was very funny. Real. Yeah. It's okay, he had a good life here. That's nice. Growing old in a nice, comfortable place. Wherever that is. Because I know, like, for me, it's like away from society. I have this really, like, if I win the lottery dream. And if I won the lottery, I want to get a B&B house. Or not a B&B. I want to get a giant house in the middle of the woods and make it into a B&B. But I wanted to make it into a B&B where it's like I'm not living off the money I make from the B&B. Because I think it'd be nice to have genuine people, but still have the ability to kick out people who are like, well, we hired this room, you know? And just do a whole bunch of things to make it accessible for my mom. But I think it'd be nice just living away from a hotel. Don't really want to do a hotel because hotels have more seriousness to them, I guess. B&Bs are more relaxed, I think. Bed and breakfasts. Although I'm not sure how much of breakfast there's gonna be since I can't cook. Here you go, here's some burned pancakes. Maybe I could get my Bubba to do it. I use the money for the business. Yeah, that's kind of the idea of like, use the money to set the B&B up and then use extra money to get, to make adjustments for mom or to buy her own house. Reality though, it'd have to be like a very big lottery. I think if I won the lottery, I'd spend it on dumb stuff. I'd have to like give it to my mom so she can make sure I didn't spend it on dumb stuff. But I think if I actually won the lottery, like right now, I'd spend it on better equipment, on a desk. Probably buy a little knick-knack. Stuff like that. I mean, because I don't do so well with numbers, I've given several times my money to my mom to prevent things. Because I know, like, when I first got my paycheck, the first thing I did was buy an Eevee plush. That is a hanger. Not a hanger, but a keychain thing. And it was like $15. But then I kept spending it on more like little things. And when it was all gone, my mom was like, and what did we learn? I was like, don't spend it on dumb stuff. V-Bucks. That's real. I mean, I didn't spend any of my money on... Did I? No. I didn't spend it on any, like, V-Bucks, but I spent it on, like, games. I bought certain games. I bought, like, a bunch of Halloween stuff. One that is ironically in my lap right now, because I get cold easily. It's a blanket that has, like, a moon pattern on it. Because I literally went to Spirit Halloween and spent, like, $300 on it. I mean, I'm happy with the choices I made, but I understand how it was kind of like, maybe I shouldn't have spent that money. Maybe I should have not done that. It's too late now. I mean, I have The Nightmare Before Christmas. I have the Kids. I buy clothes. I bought clothes too. I bought a lot of clothes. I haven't bought that many clothes. Oh, one of my, like, I don't know if it's the dumbest purchase I've made, because I feel like there's more. But one of the, like, regrettable choices I made was we were in New Orleans for traveling for one of my mom's friends' birthday. And while there, we went to different stores. And one of these stores had a beautiful star and moon pattern dress. And we found it the next day, and I was like, oh, it's so pretty. And I was just looking at it, and so my big sister was like, you should try it on. So I tried it on, and she was like, well, you know, it looks really good on you. And I was like, yeah, and it fits well with, like, my aesthetic and really well with my shoes and accessories. And she was like, you should buy it. And I was like, well, I don't know. She's like, you should buy it. The thing is, I didn't have my card with me, but I had cash with me. Now this cash was given to me as gift. I don't remember what for, but it was a gift. And then some of it was to spend later on. And then I had written off the money as for Christmas presents. So I bought the dress. But I regret it because while I still got them good Christmas gifts, the extra money was going to go to us going to a pottery place and painting pottery. So we didn't get to do that. And so while I love the dress, that is a constant reminder of maybe I shouldn't have done that. Maybe what could have been? We could get by kind of okay-ish with just the regular medicine the last few months, but it turns out being able to just magic away small injuries is pretty darn useful. That's why Oberon called out to find a new healer. Makes sense. Good luck stepping into those footsteps. I'm sure you'll do well. Thanks, I'll try. Blossom chews and nods. Should I keep the conversation going a bit more before moving on? Yeah, I haven't sold anything, but I've definitely, like, tried to do my best to get money aside for family things. I mean, I currently have a gift card that I got from Christmas that still has $10 on it because I'm waiting for just the right moment to use it. I think part of the reason is my family is not rolling in dough, and that's been true for both my families. So I kind of grew up with this money needs to be saved thing, but the impulsiveness of needing to buy something for the dopamine. So I try my best to give them things that I feel like they would like. Trying to think, because I bought mom stuff. Oh, I bought my mom, she wanted a new casserole dish because our old one broke. So I bought her that. I bought my big sister things too. Do I remember it off the top of my head? Nope, I remember what we were going to get her, but we ended up not getting it for her because the line was literally to the back of the store. And we were like, we're sorry. We love you, but it's midday. We're kind of tired. We'll get you something else. She still liked the gift we got her. Kinda gross to be eating here while sitting in the dirt. Nice work, your animals seem really happy. Well, gotta get going. Yeah, I think I do well. Mr. CEO. Little question, do you think that's my name? Okay, just making sure. Because I was like, hello? Mostly because I've seen... Oh my god, that makes so much sense. Okay, so to explain, I had a friend once on one of my older YouTube channels who made a whole different account and started commenting on my YouTube videos, and then he commented with my actual name. And so that's why I was just like, because I was just flashed back to that. He freaked me out so badly when he did that. But that makes sense. That makes sense. I'm glad. Who else was it? Because I know he did it, but there was somebody else who also tried to freak me out by... I think they tried to blackmail me. But it failed because I was like, no. No, you're fine. It's not your fault that I've, like, had bad experiences. Truly, it's not. It's just why I kind of went silent, because I was like, I don't think he'd be trying to do anything like that. But obviously you can never be too careful. So... But that is funny. But yeah, the person who tried to blackmail me looked up the name I had given them, because I didn't give them my real name, and like tried to blackmail me that way. And I was like, that is not my name, but go off. Again, not your fault. Anyway, back to gameplay. I feel like you can be trusted. But obviously there's also this level I have to keep as person. And my own, because I haven't had great experiences. So I trust you, and I trust you a lot. Because, I mean, I trust both you and Nappa a lot right now. But I do want to, like, keep going and keep, like, seeing you. Hey, they have consistently been this way. So I think you can do something. Because I'm hoping that one day we can talk in, like, Discord. Something like that. But, it takes a little bit to do that. To make sure, because how people are. I mean, there's also fears, because one of the most fucked up situations is one of my exes. They, we broke up, and I had went off, and decided, you know, this was for the best and everything is good. And our mutual friend reached out to me and was like, hey, are you doing okay? You know, I just wanted to ask how you are. And I was like, oh, I'm doing fine. You know, what's up with you? And they're like, well, I just wanted to see how you're doing. And I was like, well, I'm fine. I haven't been on this platform for a while, but I'm doing great. I've just been busy. And they're like, well, okay. And then I went to their, essentially their timeline. Yeah, access suck. But their timeline showed that the two of them, the mutual friend and the ex, were dating. And so the mutual friend, when I pointed this out, was like, oh, well, I wanted to tell you about that. And I was like, uh-huh. Did you really know? And, because honestly, I didn't care, but it was still like, why are you reaching out to me, their ex? And they actually came out with it and were like, yeah, so your ex asked me to check in on you because they were worried about you. And I was like, are you serious? What? Why? They're like, well, they just didn't know if you were gonna be okay. I'm fine. What? Yeah, that's what I did. That's why my ex couldn't reach me, but they sent someone else to come reach me. And I was like, are you freaking serious? Another ex of mine, we broke up and it was fine, it was whatever, but my friend who I was friends with him first, and I had introduced the two of them together. And after we broke up, we ended, like, all contact ceased to happen. And he, you know, he was like, oh, well, I'm your friend, you know, I'm gonna be with you. And I was like, okay. And then, like, a few days later, well, not a few days, it was 2 months later, I reach out to them, and I'm like, not them, but to him, and I'm like, hey, you want to hang out or do something together? And he was like, well, look, here's the thing, I don't want to be friends with you right now. I was like, why? Well, I just think it'd be awkward, you know, since I hang out with your ex all the time. And I'm like, when did this development happen? Wait, my best friend is leaving me for my ex. Alright then. I think I'm lucky with being a romantic, because like some of the experiences I've had, I've just been able to brush off as people be dumb. But it still hurts of like, wow. Yeah, for sure. The thing is, the fact that he, the reason why it happened 2 months later, that he ended up telling me this. For real! Because what's really screwed up about the entire situation is I had been in the mental hospital. So when I had gotten out and was like, hey, I want to go out and do something because I'm doing better, I'm feeling better, and he just tells me that, and I'm like, oh, I see. I see how much you really, yep. It was not a good feeling whatsoever. Nice work, your animals seem really happy. Back to gameplay. Thanks, I love my critters, even the goats, those little jerks. My biggest pride are my wool rabbits, though. They're quite a handful, but it's worth it. If you see anybody walk across the street during autumn or winter, chances are they're wearing at least one piece of clothing that includes bunny wool. Fluffy bunnies! Oh, that sounds like a dream. I've heard it's very cozy. Oh, the coziest. Plus the rabbits are just sweet little angels. Huh. Blossom seems tough, but apparently even she isn't immune to the power of cuteness. I'm not immune, I want one. I deliver most of my wool to Moth. He's the best at making stuff from it. Right, the tailor. I have to bring him a lunch jar too. Then I'll let you get going. Been fun talking to you though. Same here. See you around, Blossom. See you later, neighbor. Stepping back to the street, it doesn't take me long to spot the tailor shop. The door is open just a tad, probably for the sake of airing the room. It's a pleasantly warm day after all. Someone is sitting outside working on some needlework. I know it's like very pretty and like the art style is very nice, but just the angle that we're at feels like we're about to murder him. Like, it's Scream vibes. They haven't noticed me yet. Apparently they're very focused. Romance this one. Alright, yeah. we'll do that. What should I do? Walk in quietly, knock on the door frame, say hello. I feel like the right option here is to say hello. Because walking in quietly, we're going to startle them, and they might be the ones to kill us. Knock on the door frame is going to startle them. So, say hello. Hello. Oh? You want knock? We can knock. There's luckily a back button. Knock on the door frame. I gently knocked to make myself heard. Oh, I didn't know it was gently. I thought they were just going to... You know? I was like, that might startle him. Nord, is that you? Ah, no, it's me. A person you don't know. Way to introduce yourself! Ah, no, it is not the person you're looking for. It's me. You know. A stranger. Very smooth, Flame. Very smooth. Oh my, a fresh face. Who do I have the pleasure of meeting? I'm Flame. I'm the new healer in town. Oh. Enchente. The name is Moth, tailor extraordinaire, at your service. Ah, right. Speaking of service, here's your lunch from Atlas. Why, thank you, love. Please be so kind to put it on the table. I'll get to it in a moment. I do as he says. Say, I couldn't help but notice that your cloak has a truly masterful cut. Classic southern pattern. Haha, the irony. If I'm not mistaken. You can tell where I'm from just by looking at the style of my clothes. I wouldn't be much of a tailor if those matters wouldn't stick out to me. It has very neat seams too, and the way the fabric flows is just wonderful. I love the music here. Like, his theme is very elegant. Yeah, it's my favorite cloak. Very light and comfy. I'm wearing a hoodie right now, so there's irony in that. You have excellent taste in fashion, though I hope you also brought some warmer garments along. It won't be summer forever after all. Well, I brought a warmer jacket, but I've already heard it can get really freezing up here, so I may need something stronger than that. Something like adorable yet fashionable coat handcrafted by a master tailor to be appropriately flattering to your figure while withstanding the forces of winter? I thought he was a girl. He does have very luscious locks. He's still very pretty though. I think that's a piercing in his ear, which is interesting. I'm not sure if I should already spend money on fancy clothes. I mean, I just got here. Right, I got a little carried away. Well, romance it is. Yeah. Yep. We still romance them. Give it some thought, though. I'd love to create something for you. If we romance him, do we get the thing for free? I think that's a no, but you know, one can hope. I will. What are you working on just now? Just some pillowcases. A little something for my own home. Say, could you do me a bit of a favor? Depends on what the favor is. Ooh, they have rings. Or is that a ring, or I'm just like bugging out? I don't know. I just noticed I'm running low on buttons. By that I mean I still got plenty, but they are too fancy to be wasted on pillowcases. Actually. Ah! We can see him in his full glory. I'm more focused on the dress over here, honestly. It's interesting silhouette. The traveling salesman in the town square, just outside, usually sells some. Could you fetch me a few? Yeah, I can do that. I should still have some time to spare. Wonderful. What I'm looking for are buttons that are no longer than a thumbnail. Color is irrelevant, with at least 2 holes, preferably 4. Right. I'm sure I can remember that all. No joke, I've already forgotten what he said. Hold on. What was it? No larger than thumbnail, color irrelevant, at least 2 holes, preferably 4. Okay. We can remember that. Thank you so much for your help, love. I'd rather not have you call me love. I don't mind, but that might just because I'm Southern. No problem, bucko. I don't like either option here. I don't mind being called love, but I really don't want to say bucko. But alright. I'll be back in no time. Ugh. I step back into the open air and look to buy some buttons. There's really only one little sales cart near the center of town square. I guess that's them. You mean the only sales cart? Someone is wiping a few pieces off a chalkboard with a wet sponge. Hi there. Are you the merchant? No. Well then. I mean, they nod and point at themselves as if to correct themselves. Okay, I'm Flame. Nice to meet you. What's your name? They point at a sign that says Aleth's Herbs and Trinkets. Alright, Aleth it is then. They nod. Apparently they're not much of a talker. Same. I'll just be having a look around. The wares feature a wide array of clutter. Some gemstones, tools, dried herbs and nuts, writing utensils, even small... Romance this one! How about by the end of this, I give you a choice which one we romance, okay? Out of all the cast. Writing utensils, even animal bones and teeth. Discounts! Okay. Fair. The discounts on everything or the discounts on clothes? It's a pretty mixed bag, but sure enough, I find a handful of buttons too. How much for these? Aleth quickly looks over the buttons I picked out and holds up one finger. Just 1 coin? Sounds very fair. Even while I'm paying, Aleth looks kind of anxious and fidgety. Is there something on my face? Yes. Aleth winces and shakes their head. It's okay, I get nervous talking to new people too. Yeah, it's really real. This is obviously the answer. Are you trying to miss me? Don't say this. I think I've had people before be like, speak up. And I'm like, how about I don't? How about I just shut up? How about that happens? Anyway, thanks for the buttons. No. It's okay, I get nervous talking to new people too. No need to stress out. Aleth takes a deep breath and looks a bit more relaxed now. They're making a gesture. Do it. They're making a gesture that I assume means thank you. Hey Aleth, girl in overalls. What a descriptive... Before either of us can do or say anything else, a young woman rushes to the push cart. She doesn't even seem to have noticed me yet. How are you doing? Terribly. Huh, nice. Could you already get your hands on those seedlings I asked about? Aleth nods and picks up a small flower pot from behind the counter, then triumphantly hands it to the girl. Awesome. I already know the perfect spot for this one, with lots of sunlight. I hope it gets along with the strawberries. I'll just have to try it out. Romance this one! Is reason, we have 3 options for so far. Once that's grown, I can finally get started on the new potion project. I mean, I technically could have gone with dried ingredients, but having fresh ones are product sale. I love every single reason to romance that boils down to discounts. Sales. Oh. I mean, okay. Elif looks calm with this young lady around. What a strange pair. One talks a lot, the other very little. ADHD? Autism. Oh, I feel like I'm not wrong here. Oh wait, there's another person here. I wasn't just interrupting something, right? Real. Yeah. I've done this before where I've like completely not seen another person. They're like, oh, hello. I didn't know you were there. Not really, don't worry. I'm not great with faces, but I'm pretty sure I haven't seen yours before. Right, I just moved here. I'm Flame. I'm also not great with faces. Faces. Nice. I'm Kayleen. Pretty. Why did you move here, of all places? It seemed like a good enough fit. And I'm here to fill the healer position. Ah, you're a healer! That's so cool. Do you use herbal remedies to go along with your magic? Sometimes, though I can get by blah 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 blah. Sometimes, though, usually I can get by with magic alone. We should exchange notes sometime. My garden is full of plants with healing properties. I bet we could boost the effectiveness of your curses a lot. I've been providing ingredients for the local medic, so I know a few things about soothing medications and painkillers. I'm still learning, though. It's a constant work in progress. We found her hyperfixation. Especially cures with digestive diseases can be so complicated, and don't even get me started on the stuff that affects the neural system. We definitely found her hyperfixation. Now I know who to come to when I need help. Do you ever shut up? Hey! Guess we'll be seeing more of each other in the future. I really like her, so now I know who to come to when I need help. Yeah, just hit me up whenever you like. My house is the one with the large garden over there. The one with the tree house? I remember canceling an order at an establishment, and I was nervous because I had to say line after the guy. What did you do? Did you pay for the meals? We're just gonna vibe to the music for right now. I stared him right in the eyes. Uh-oh. For like a good few minutes. And walk out. Oh, I don't mean to laugh, but I feel that. Yeah. Oh, what was it? It was fast food. It was some fast food restaurant where it was like, I had to place in an order, like, in person because kiosks weren't at this restaurant, and I was like, hey, can I get this with these things off of it? And they were like, sure. And I was so proud of myself that I finally, talked to the person, did the thing, and we got the food, and it was wrong. I think it was not even the thing I had asked for. It was an entirely different thing. And I just ate it. My mom was like, no, you shouldn't settle for that. You should go get back. I was like, no, I'm good. That was enough talking for one day. I'm fine with this. It sucked, but it was like, nope. I'm going nowhere near that place again. I feel that so much. One place that I haven't gone to, despite how close it is to us, is the place I used to work at. Because, like, even though I left on relatively good terms, it's always like, I don't want to be embarrassed here. There was a lot that happened at that work. Like, part of me wants to just start telling stories, and the other part of me is like, save it. That could be a video. Who knows? It probably will be both in a stream and a video. I forget what I say. Back to Kayleen and her beautiful flowers. A treehouse. That's really fitting for the whole botany theme. That's funny timing. YouTube recommended your newest video to me, so I checked your Twitch to see the About Me section. I didn't give you a line. Yeah! Hi! Wonderful timing. Hi, new person. So, this is, Mr. CEO. He's my CEO. And, yeah, I'm going to be hopefully online during this time and tomorrow during this time. It's really late for me because it's kind of the only time I can stream, because I have a family that's very active. We're playing Lovewood. Well, we're more having conversations and gameplay is in between said conversations. I don't know, pretty late for me, so I don't know if I can show up regularly, but I'm happy to click buttons and make the number out. Thank you! Yeah! It's always nice to have new people. We are building a small community, and I mean, one of our regulars who hasn't joined the stream, but regular on the YouTube channel, they are part of the community. We don't know their gender. Number went up. Sorry for the delay. But my plan is to either post the VOD or just edit it and then post the VOD. I don't know which one I'm going to do. For the people who, are asleep. But since this is the only time I can stream, for people who are up late, they're welcome to hang out. I think it's more to get me used to streaming, because I haven't ever streamed before. This is my second ever stream. The first one you will not find anywhere. It doesn't exist. It's dead. I forgot to save a VOD of it. I'm Batman, I don't sleep. Well, yeah, of course it's Mr. CEO. He can't, he has to make sure I'm on track and, are on time. How excited for me on the ground floor. Yeah, welcome! Little community. We've had few people here and there, but 2 regulars that you will see. I don't know if Nappa will join us for a stream. I hope they will. But you'll see Mr. CEO, you'll see Nappa very often. They are very quickly becoming the backbone to my channel. Also, slight warning, sort of. Mr. CEO, Nappa know this already since they've watched a bunch of my videos, but I'm new to all of this. To VTubing, to streaming, to not YouTube. I've done YouTube before, but not consistently. So there is going to be a lot of scuff that happens. The first ever stream was so scuffed. Very, very scuffed. New face on the up and coming roster? Yeah, I'm gonna have to keep a little list of like, alright, here's who this is. If there wasn't scuff, I'd be suspicious. I'd be suspicious too. One thing you'll quickly notice is when streaming in the VODs, I will not have I don't know what to call them. Like in my head I'm calling them bigger games, but like games like Steam games and such, I'm going to stick mostly to visual novels because I'm doing all of this on a laptop that is quite a few years old now, and it is as if the only European I feel like a spy. You're fine. It's straight up what I was gonna say, but now I'm just imagining okay, Mr. CEO, we need you to spy on this small, tiny, minuscule person. Alright, why? Because they're redheaded. Getting Twitch and VTuber stuff to work on a toaster alone is low-key impressive. Yeah, that's for sure. I had no idea if my computer handled it, could handle it. Even now, there is a side of my screen that I'm just not touching because I fear it will break if I do. But I think I've done quite well. I am definitely nowhere near. No, I'm getting distracted. That's so cool though, to build things. I want to build my own computer, but I don't wait quite a while for that one. Money-wise and space-wise. This is how scuffed it is. Dioxnero? Can I call you Diox? We're very scuffed. We're not even at a desk right now. We are at my living room table. Zinoro. Ah. I found it all from a junkyard. That's cool. I don't think I have a junkyard even near me. But I don't mind being called whatever. Dino. Mostly because I will forget how to pronunciate it, unfortunately. My memory is not good at all. I mean, Mr. CEO's name on the YouTube channel it's not Mr. CEO, but that has become his nickname. That has become who he is. Bro, I forgot people the moment they leave my field of vision, so we're good, lol. Yeah, for sure. I feel that so much. Oh, especially when it's people who are like, yeah, we met when you were really young, and I'm like, who? You expect to remember that? I remember everything. That's good. You can remember everything for me. You can be like, Sky. Yes. You've already said this before. Because that will surely happen. But yeah, we're making do with it. We're making everything. As you can see, there's a chat box above me. Now, I don't know because it's currently minimized. That happened to me last month. We went to church for the first time in years, ran into a zero, had zero clue. She was. Yes. Oh my god, I feel that so much. It wasn't church specifically, but it was like a gathering thing. And I was like, who be you? Midnight. There was something I was gonna say, and it is flown away. Bye-bye. You got this. I think I'm doing good with everything. I don't know how, like, oh, something about the chat box. Yes, there's a chat box above me, but I cannot read it whatsoever. So I have... Is it midnight? Yeah. I love have two people to remind me. But the chat box is above me, and I had messed around with how the colors look, and it is just, I cannot read it, and that sucks. So I'm reading the actual chat of my own stream, which has been an interesting experience. And it is definitely past midnight. It is 2 a.m. for me right now. So I really do love this is just me talking to people, having conversations, and gameplay is a secondary thought. 2 hours ahead. 2 hours. 3 hours. I know numbers. I don't know numbers. 6 a.m. Just changed. Yeah, I don't know how long I'm gonna go for. I was planning these to be like from 2 to at least 4, or not least, but 2 hours at the least, 4 hours at the most. Because I don't think I could last longer than 4 hours. I survived the night I'm ready. Yep, there you go. Mr. CEO, did you watch the FNAF movie? Do you know anything about FNAF? Cause I had thoughts, I had feelings, I had questions. Which is also ironic because I remember I told someone I was a fan of FNAF. I stole it. I told someone I was a fan of FNAF, and they were like, "Oh, really? Are you just like a fan that watches it, or have you actually played it?" And I was like, "Okay, gatekeeping FNAF." So I played the game in front of them, and I survived the first night, and then I died the second night to like Foxy, and they were like, they were shocked because the jump scare happened and they flinched, and I was like, yep, okay, well, that was my bad. They're like, why didn't you flinch? And I'm like, hun, I've experienced worse. An animatronic jumping out at me isn't gonna scare me. But about the FNAF movie, I was with my cousins when I watched it. Not in theaters. It's online. And I audibly said out loud, they made Vanessa and Afton? Which is so funny because I've stopped keeping up with FNAF lore at this point. I think I know the lore for about like up to the third game, maybe, if I squint really hard, but that's it. We completely have ignored the fact Kayleen, the beautiful, wonderful Kayleen, who is very much ADHD coded, has a treehouse. I want to live in a treehouse now. If I have to choose between the cottage and game time. If I had to choose between the cottage and the treehouse, I'm picking the treehouse. Be a witch in the woods type of situation, right? I love it. Yep. Yeah, I watched it as someone who knows nothing about the lore, so I was confused by a few things. All of us were confused about a few things. It ignored the lore entirely. It said lore? You don't get lore. You get references to the lore, but it's 100% not the lore. I mean, it makes sense because they wanted to make the movie for everyone, but the people who knew it were like, oh, okay, this breaks everything, but hey, it's our childhood game put up on the screen. We're gonna be okay with that. I think a lot of more people Matt for dumb quick revision beforehand. Yep. For sure. I was about to say that is I think more people were more excited that Matt Pat was in it. It was like, he said the thing! He said the line! And the people just staring at us like, what? What are you talking about? And I say this because I've seen lots of animatics about it. We should probably get back to game though. Anyway, Kayleen, right? I love it. My father built it way back when. Oh, it's a family heirloom? That's so cool. Oh, but I'm rambling. You look like you've got places to be. Kind of, but I'll see you guys later, right? Yeah, let's hang out soon. See ya, Flame. Having acquired the handful of buttons, I scurry back to the trailer shop. Moth has apparently finished his lunch while I was out. Did you just give me this task so you could eat in the meantime? Perhaps. Did you find something? I show him the buttons. Ah, yes. Pookie. Ah, yes, these will do nicely. Thank you, love. That means I can get back to work. Now, where did I put it? Moth looks around cluelessly. He then appears to focus for a moment, and a roll of yarn knocks into the back of his head. Ah, there it is. Whoa, do you have a poltergeist in here? No, sorry. I probably should have warned you. It's just my magic. Oh, that's cool. Levitation magic? I'm assuming? Some kind of telekinesis? Yes. More specifically, a pull, or seeker spell, as some people call it. As you can guess, I can use it to pull things towards me. The wonderful part is I don't even know where the force. I want this power. This sounds really good. I've lost so many things. Give me this power. It must be great for when you lose something around the house, for sure. It's a blessing. You have no idea. I want it. Give it. Shouldn't use it on knives or needles, though. I acquired that knowledge the hard way. I'm thinking, because part of me wants to make a joke about how the perfectibility. Let me figure out where the hell my pencil went when I want to go draw. For sure. L. Like, I have so many things I've lost. I haven't lost my key, because I keep my key in, like, a very specific place. But I've lost my headphones before. I lost my headphone, and I hadn't looked for them the entire day, because I kind of forgot about them. And so when I went to go look for them, I was like, oh no, where the hell did they go? And I could not find them anywhere. And I had the thought, because I had been talking to my big sister that morning, that maybe I had accidentally put it down and it had fallen to her bag or something. And she took it to work with her. She did not. But that fear was very real there for a second. I don't like losing things. It'd be helpful to have a little thing that says, it's still in the house, don't worry. I still want to know where my good hat went, for sure. I have a pair of shoes that is just lost to the abyss I call the garage. I have a whole chair that is lost to the abyss I call the garage. Oh, it's a rolly chair. I really miss it. I keep my stuff in my coat. I only wear this coat. It's like a vault. That tracks. That makes a lot of sense. I do the same thing with my backpacks of, like, I say backpacks. One's a purse, the other is a backpack. I know exactly what my backpack has and what it carries, and I know exactly what my purse carries, and they don't cross over. The only thing they cross over with is my wallet. That's it. I have 3 places I float between for staying the night at. So if I lose something at home, that doesn't necessarily narrow anything down. Oh no! That sounds like the worst. I mean, not the worst, but like the panic that must bring. Oh. I mean, I have like a few places where I know something's going to be. Specifically, I got these cute little spider holders to hold things. Tape it to your arm. But these spider things like help out with like putting certain things down in it, so I know certain things will be in there. Because like if I get home from somewhere, I'm going to take off all my jewelry and just put it in the thing. But usually I would just toss it around. So now having the thing, it's like, I know exactly where the thing I was looking for is. Specifically, like, I have an amethyst ring I wear. So that is one thing I do not want to lose. I had a nose ring that I lost because I took it off at the restaurant because it was sliding down. And it is now gone. It is lost forever. It was a fake nose ring, by the way. I don't have it pierced. I do not like needles, unfortunately. Ouch. Yep, ouch. Indeed. Perfect timing. I'll let you get back to work. See you around, Moth. Of course. Have a splendiferous day, love. My chores are done. Now to find Nord. Hey! It's our fast boy. That was easy. I hope I didn't keep you waiting. No, I just got done with my deliveries too. Perfect timing. I've got one more lunch left. Atlas said it's for you. Aw, how sweet. He must have remembered that I prefer eating during my afternoon break, so then I'm not super full while I'm running. Smart. But before I stuff my face and collapse into a food coma, I'll show you your house, as promised. CEO's like, yeah, gameplay, the thing that happens in between. Nord bounces towards a cottage built from dark wood. Then I unlock it with the key I got from Lord Oberon. Ta-da! And we have our cottage. I like the quilt. It's very cute. I like the windows. Is that weird to say that I like the desk too? This is all pretty cool. Nord wiggles his hands at the interior as if he's revealing the winner of the Home Society Beauty Showcase. I mean, this wins. Honestly. Is that a real thing? I don't know if I want the answer to that or not. It's looking a little bare, but I'm sure you can liven the place up. I don't know what you're talking about. I really like it. It's very cute. fantastic. I like it. I think I like it. See? Flame agrees with me. I got the floor plan in my head. This is impractical. I mean, yes. Who designed this place? Fairies, obviously. The fairies did. I think it is very impractical. I mean, I would not put my desk right there next to my bed. That is something that I don't think I do. Well, I guess it depends what I'm doing at my desk. But also the desk is where does that door go? I'm assuming a bathroom. But that makes me question if there's a kitchen. Hold on. Outside? That one? I think we're at the door right now. It'd be weird if... Well, that's even weirder. If this is the door... If behind us is the door... The window shows sunlight. Oh, yeah. If this is the door that we came in at... Why is your bed right there? Could it be Japanese apartments where the kitchen is part of the living room? I mean, that'd be fine. If we had a living room. I'm seriously starting to wonder, do we have a living room? I mean, we have some bags here. What is this pot? I'm not going to question it. This is a strange layout, for sure. Is this one bedroom? One bathroom? Nothing else? This is just a detached bedroom. Yeah, that might be it. This is a strange floor plan. I mean, I still love that quilt, though. Give me the quilt, not the house. Oh, this is cute. 10 seconds later. Hey, wait a minute. Really, though, it's cute when you don't actually start to think about the logistics of this. Oh, we should probably get back to actual gameplay. In a moment, the window next to the desk shows sunlight. Oh, wait! He's right! Hold on! That can't be a bathroom, then! So that's like a back door? We're simply one room. There are no other rooms. Maybe that's the front door? Is there more house behind us? Both windows have sunlight pouring through, though. They do. But Dio, think about where the door is. And now look at the sun. look at the window. Because it took me a second too of like, oh, that's, yeah. What is this cottage, man? This is the cottage from hell. This is what this is our punishment. Plus the door behind us. Exactly! What? Yeah! I think Dio got it! But yeah, I think, you know, we did start this off by saying our past is that we did, tax returns and insurance fraud. Maybe this is our punishment for our past. We get this strange house. This is so weird. And especially because, like, if this is one room, what bothers me the most are the curtains then. Because those half curtains aren't hiding anything. My place would hurt. My construction teacher's help. For sure. I have never thought that deeply about it. I mean, as a Yoshi main in any multiplayer Mario, I have to say it was worth it. Tax is bad. There you go. Yep. It was worth it, even if we have to live in this strange little house. If you can call it a house. It's worth it. In that moment, I remember what Blossom told us. Told me. Wait, speaking of livening things up, this place doesn't belong to a dead guy, right? You know, if it did, it makes sense. Oh, God. We're not gonna think too hard anymore. It's too late to be thinking too hard. What? Why would a dead person own a house? He's got a point there. No, I mean, this wasn't... The house is haunted too! So not only is it hate to hurt us, but it's also haunted. Yep! This is our punishment. Oh no. The haunted house. From hell. It might look quaint and cute on the outside, but once you go inside, boom. Oh. It gets worse the more you think about it. I love this is supposed to be a cute little game about romantic fairies. And here we are like, no, how could you do this to us? No, I mean, this wasn't the form of the former... Yeah, let's move on. The former village healer who passed away, was it? Ooh, nah, don't worry. I think our carpenter just finished building this place a few weeks ago. Damn. If it were me, I'd take the chance to tease and be like, yeah, of course. He totally died here. You should be the first one who lives in here. I don't think anyone should live in here, honestly. Do you believe in bad omens? I'm sure if there were a former owner in the shape of an angry ghost, they wouldn't be hanging around their old home all the time. Lies! Gee, I wonder why. Yup. So either there is a ghost of a dead guy. Well, I mean, he couldn't really hurt us. He was a healer. Or this hell was specifically designed to torture us. In either case. He's just trying to keep the rent cost high. That's a good point. How much is this rent? Are we actually paying it? Oh. You never know with these things. Exactly. You gotta make sure you know, Flame. Be wary. Put out some sage. No. Just wanted to be sure. No. Flame, don't believe him. Flame, there's 100% a ghost here, Flame. So this is a horror game, right? The best part is they have a horror game. Like, that's in the same universe. But it's like, no, the base game is the horror game here. I wonder if we should play it with that perspective of, this is a horror game. We're not trying to romance these people. We're trying to survive. Oh, your bags are already brought here too. Is everything here? See? They're trying to trap us. For a construction crew. Yes. So are we just gonna headcanon our character now as like, their past is that they did tax returns and insurance fraud, but they're also part of a construction crew, which is why they're being punished with this outlandish, not right house. Not even a house. It is, I don't even know what to call it. I hope so. At first glance, nothing seems to be missing. I'd be impressed if by looking at the amount of stuff on the floor, you can easily say nothing is missing. Great. Then I'll leave you to it. Don't leave me here. Don't leave me in this house, please. Will I be seeing you around? Of course. At the midsummer celebration in a few days, if not earlier. The what now? The clear time we need to escape in. The festival will be big and the perfect distraction where we can sneak out through the night. So we're being trapped, gaslit, haunted, and whoever deity we pissed off is trying to distract us with cute fairies. Yes! On the plus side, cute fairies. So nobody has told you about that yet. The whole village will get together for annual midsummer celebration in 6 days. How do you guys celebrate? The government is plotting against. I mean, we did meet the king when we started this, so it's all him. He's trying to gaslight us. He's the reason behind all of this. Oh, you know, the usual. Making bloody Making bloody sacrifice the war gods burning books. Oh my god! You were right! It's the truth. The truth! Sorry, I'm laughing so hard. And my model is just like, oh. I'm trying to breathe. Cold! Damn it! Yes, it's completely a cult. It's a cult! And the king is at the head of it all, and that's why we're in this horrible room. It's decided to not. Yeah, I'm moving around too much when I laugh, so it's just like, nope. Like, I can't see. My eyes are closed. This is what I was talking about when I meant scuff. It's not very accurate, but we make do. But yes, the cult of the cute fairies. Need to lock in. Again, like, really quickly. Come on. There you go. Oh, nope. Alright. Well, it was like coaxing a child, and then the child said, nope. I disagree, father. I shall stay closed. ... Flame, you see the truth. Eepee? Yeah, I think that might be it. Eepee? Sheesh, I'm just... Are you really? I don't know. I think this is a cult. This is a cult. We never do anything like that. Are you sure? You made this house. Right, I knew that. See, Flame? Be suspicious. Do not trust this. The midsummer party is just an evening of dressing up fancy, enjoying good food, and having fun. Lord Oberon opens the court to everyone, and the evening usually starts with additional ballroom dance. No, see, it's the summoned demon. The court is open because it's the largest room, so they can get, like, the biggest summoning circle. Bro, since his hand is back, exactly! He's trying to make it seem like a dance, but we know what the truth is. But there's also lots of smaller private gatherings. They're collecting victims. Victims? Yeah, they're collecting people to sacrifice. We have to play smart here, guys. We have to make sure we don't get sacrificed. I lied. This is not a visual novel. It's a horror game now. He is not to be trusted. Exactly. We need to figure out who we can trust. Sounds neat. If you ask someone specific to join you at the Midsummer Celebration, it's a pretty big deal. Oh, uh-oh. Because you might be sacrificed, or you guys make a sacrifice together and it's counted as romantic? Like, what are we talking about here? Like a really fancy date. Ah, so it's sacrificing someone together. Got it. Though if you ask me, His husband too. Yeah, we can't trust Atlas now. It was all set up. It was all a ploy. Though if you ask me, going as a group of friends, the foodie and it was poisoned. No. What if it's not poisoned and they're playing it up that it's all good, but he poisons our food? If we get food, we need to not get food from him. If you ask me, nope. Exactly. Jars. Oh no. I believe it. I believe it. Would it be the first time I've been drugged? Oh no. Dio, no. Oh no. And the jar is for humans. Story time. Oh. Dio, do you want to share? You don't have to if it's something personal. I love how, like, I have a delay, so I just kind of have to wait. And it's fine. It's just funny because it's just, like, silence. Oh, so I'm known for having really bad anger issues and poor stress management. Okay. I'm like filing this away as new lore. So my mom has drugged me a couple of times so I don't be low shit in public. That's a lot better than I was, you know, it was a wild sentence, so it's a lot better. I mean, which I mean, I get it, but at least when, okay, yeah, when the person before you drug them, for sure. And I haven't been drugged, but like, our dogs with like fireworks and like loud noises, or if people are over, especially one of our dogs just will try to eat people. So we'll give her, what's it called? It's like a brownie of sorts, and it's supposed to help, you know, calm them down. But my entire family has got into the habit of calling it pot brownie. It's not. I swear it's not. But yeah, so we drug our dogs. The weed, yeah. There's no actual weed in it, I swear. It's from like an official dog brand too. But we just call it pot brownies. Let's get back to this murderous cult that we are either joining or being a sacrifice to. Though if you ask me, going as a group of friends is just as much fun. See? The cult. I see. Oh. There's a message. Join! Also, there was that one time I went to summer camp and they suspected that I put something in the food of the lower inhabit. That word. But I can't prove that one. Just that all the food tasted funny and I was way more open than I normally would be. That makes sense. I personally haven't ever gotten drugged, but I saw someone get drugged when I was at a mental hospital. And then I also had somebody like while there tell me about their experience and how many times it happened to them, which was also interesting. Oh, back to the cult. I certainly don't know anyone here well enough to ask them out. Oh, so we can join the cult. But who knows what strange things will happen over the course of the next few days. I think a lot of strange things are going to be happening. There's an angry ghost, there's a cult, and there are gaslighting fairies. I can taste the chemicals in the tap water. Oh yeah, I remember that. I don't drink tap water. I mean, I don't drink water in general. It doesn't taste good to me. But I drink sparkling water. But, yeah. Does Nord have a date? I'm kind of curious. But probably be... I am very happy with my water bottle that has a built-in filter. Smart. We have a giant... Brita. Brita's the name. Filter thing that we use for the dog's water. So they don't have to drink any chemicals or anything. And they've been much happy with it. Anyway. Yeah, I got one of those for my own night dogs. Yep. It's just like little things to make their lives easier. Yep. I don't want him to get, not gonna lie, drink from the trees. Yep. That also tracks. I'm trying to think of what, like, if tree... I'm trying to find a word that wouldn't... Tree liquid would be good. I mean, I say syrup, but even syrup, like, straight off of a tree probably doesn't taste good. I mean, probably tastes good, but just probably has a whole bunch of stuff in it. I want him to get the wrong idea. I barely know him after all. Exactly. Yeah, I'm worried it'd be too sappy. Me and Dino have the same response. Thanks for letting me know. I'm looking forward to the party when we sacrifice the human. I mean, we are all fairies. This tracks we would sacrifice the human. The tree bark holds water and squeezes like juice. Oh! Yeah, I see that. Kind of. I mean, 'cause, like, cactuses. I've always wanted to drink from a cactus. 'Cause they, like, told it as a fun fact in this documentary. They were like, yeah, so these animals, you know, drink from the cactus water. And it's really cool. And I was like, I want to drink from a cactus. That sounds fun. Spicy. There you go. Reading that, immediately my brain go to the scene Epic Erased. I have a new movie added to the list of movies I need to watch. Because I've not seen that one. That movie. But assuming from the context they drink from a tree. It's a show free on YouTube. Ooh. I love the word free on YouTube. We were talking about earlier about like reaction content. Cause that's something I kind of want to do. Try Ford CS Ferrari versus Ford versus Ferrari. I'm gonna sit here and like act like I know what's happening. Emotional. I'm losing my brain. Mostly because it's very late. Very late. But I'm having a lot of fun. Green Book is good too. Emotional. Movies. Oh, I'm gonna have to like go through the chat later and get these because I do not have a way to immediately save them. Well, maybe. I don't know. There's an option to pin, but I fear things might break if I do that. I will add them because I have an ever-growing list of shows I need to watch and movies. Because, there were a lot of movies that, like, I should have watched, but I didn't watch because my family didn't really have things. Streaming things or cable or anything, really. The backlog is eternal. Yeah, it is, but it'll be fine. I like going through stuff, rereading some stuff. Because it just, like, I reread some of my own writings because it makes me happy to see, like, oh, hey, this is, I'm proud of this. I did this. And I think with the YouTube comments and with the, chat, it'll be like, yeah, I remember this. This was a lot of fun. I laughed a lot. My brain was shutting down, but we still had fun. We should probably keep going through we haven't even made it through the first gay. First gay! Hey! He's the first gay, technically. First day. There we go. I'm fine. Thanks for letting me know. I'm looking forward to the party. You're welcome. Don't strain yourself on your first day. Alright. I'll try. See you around. Nord closes the door behind him, and I acquaint myself with the little cottage. It's very clean, except for a bit of dust. Not a bad place to start. I disagree. It's a very bad place to start. Even though I feel like I didn't do much today, my head feels heavy all of a sudden. That's not good. I recommend Tylenol. I think. Yeah, best not to strain yourself on your first gay, you know? Gets really complicated. I don't know where I was going with that. Oh. It's gonna be, I wonder if that should become like a running joke within the streams and just how many people like join and are like, what did you say? You know, it's just like, don't worry about it. Apparently the traveling fatigue of the last few days is catching up to me now. I'll just take a little nap before I do anything else. You're not gonna eat or put stuff away? Or, oh, alright. You can take a little nap. Oh, and it's day 2. Look how cute we are. And then this is the my brain was going somewhere with that. This is the end. This is the cult. Press space or click to continue. I don't know if we should continue. I'm gonna save. Part of me wants to go through the entire game in this stream, but that's not the smartest decision. Because that will take a very long time, given how much we paused in between and all that. The other part of me is really excited for this to become an ongoing stream thing. And just every stream, if someone new comes in, it's just like, yeah, so we're going to be romancing them so we can hopefully escape the cult. And then just them just being like, I thought this was a visual novel. It is. It's a horror game? Yes. It doesn't look like a horror game, but it is. It's always been a horror game. But it is really late. And I should probably be going to bed soon. So, I'm going to sit here and wait so I can see if any messages come through. Wait, I thought this was a cute romance story. Don't worry about it. For sure. If you want my story, just ask. Not. I mean, I want it, but like not right now. Because I'm tired and I'm probably going to end the stream and just sleep. So even if I clipped it to my clipboard, like saved it, copied it, it wouldn't save overnight, theoretically. So another day. But I think, yeah, I think this is going to be the stream later date for sure. I might make a community Discord that we can all be in. That's something I will look into it. I'll put it on a YouTube community post. That way, like, Nappa can see it. But I think we can sit here and talk for like a few more minutes. Yes, another one's ad for collection. Yep, for sure. But I think the end of the stream is soon. I had a lot of fun. Thank you, both of you, for joining me on this fun journey. And Dio, you don't know this. Mr. CEO knows this. My first stream didn't go well. Yeah. So this is why it says a redo for my own sanity. So thank you for making my first stream really enjoyable, really fun. I hope whenever you can come join another, or just continue following on the YouTube channel. Then now I'm gonna wait for any final messages. And then that will be it. Night. Good night, Mr. CEO. Or morning. Yeah, it's technically morning for me. But it'll be nighttime. And I mean, if you're happy inviting chaos into your life, then I can oblige. Always happy with the chaos. I mean, this is proof of it. Always happy for the chaos. So I guess that's it. I don't want to leave. But oh, hold on. But for now, I must go to bed. I unfortunately did strain myself on my first gay. Night. Good night. Good night, both of you, or morning, whichever the case. I got gym today. All right. I will see you both at a later date. Farewell.